What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about anxiety medication, something that I don't really talk a lot about on this channel. You know me, I'm not huge into controversy. I'm not huge on hot takes when it comes to my content. A lot of times it just doesn't end well for both the creator and the audience and the experience in the comment section. So bear with me on this video. I kind of want to make this video to get it out of the way because I get this question and it pops up over and over and over again so much that I can't respond, and honestly it's exhausting to respond the same thing over and over and over again. So, you know, I get that all the time. Trey, did you use medication to overcome your anxiety? So I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to tell you my brief little story with medication. I'm going to tell you why I made the decision that I made, but also why I believe that there can be benefit on both sides, and that's the big takeaway that I want you to get from this video. But you know what time it is. Smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and please be kind to each other down below in the comment section. I want all love here, okay? Again, my personal opinion, there are benefits on both sides, so respect each other. Look, my thing about this medication thing and a lot of other controversial topics when it comes to anxiety is that we have a common goal, and that's to be happier, right? To get better with our anxiety. For some of you, that may mean recovery. For some of you, that may mean managing your anxiety. So understand that everybody's different. Everybody's anxiety level is different. Some people have deeper trauma than other people. And this is something that I learned over the years. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so after a couple months of dealing with my anxiety in the beginning, you know, obviously I was dealing with multiple panic attacks a day, every symptom that you could name. I was dealing with a lot of isolation. I felt low and depressed. I felt like I was losing my mind. My acceptance with it being anxiety alone was near zero, if not zero. I did understand and realize, like, okay, I am having some panic, I am having some anxiety, but I feel like it's some health condition that's causing the anxiety. Like I was having some like secondary anxiety from that as a result. I had gone to get an EKG, and that was normal. So I did have that first little bit of initial reassurance. Didn't last. You know, I left thanking God that I was alive and then that I was healthy. And then a few hours later, I was back to like zero acceptance. So that's kind of where I was when I first went to my family doctor to explain to him what was going on. And that's whenever I was prescribed medication, you know, for my anxiety. I spoke to him about what was going on, that I felt like crap, that I was having panic, that I really didn't believe the test results that I had gotten from my EKG and blood work. And, you know, I got emotional. I started to tear up. And he wrote me a script for sertraline. He also included vitamin B complex. Talk to your doctor about that if you haven't. I got some benefits out of that. It just has all the vitamin Bs kind of together. Okay, so it'll save you some money just getting that overall instead of getting, you know, individual vitamin Bs. Okay, so when it came to my medication, I decided to go home and take it that day. I was grateful, to be honest, because I was in a very dark place. So I took the first dose. I wasn't scared to take it. This was one of those that, you know, it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks, if not even a little bit longer, to get into your system to really start having an effect on your mind. So that kind of put my mind at ease. I was like, this is gonna be slow, you know, I'm not gonna have some crazy, it wasn't like taking a benzo or something. So I took it and I was fine. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna Google this, because if I'm gonna be taking this long term, I need to know more about it. So that's when I jumped on Dr. Google. And you know how it is. You get on there, you're gonna see all the worst stuff at the top. You're gonna find side effects to anything from medications to, you know, dish soap or Tylenol, vitamins, anything, right? Canned vegetables. You'll find side effects to everything. But whenever you're in a negative state of mind, you're gonna literally believe all of that. And that's not, I'm not here to say that there's no side effects to the medication that I was taking, okay? Because there was. I mean, I saw the stories. There was evidence that there was. But that kind of steered me away from medication initially. So in the beginning, it was straight up just fear of side effects in the future. And then of course, you know, I did see stories about people like saying that their anxiety was even worse after taking it. They also said that their anxiety was worse after trying to get off of it than it was even before. So that all scared me. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. That was my decision-making process at that time. Speed ahead a couple months. My anxiety doesn't get better. I'm not going to therapy, not working a program, not reading. I'm not doing anything. I was kind of in that limbo where I was like, I hope this goes away, sometime, maybe tomorrow. So I wasn't doing anything to help myself. So my cardiophobia, my heart anxiety, my panic attacks, all the things I mentioned earlier, symptoms, it was getting worse. So, my mom was pushing me like, you should have just kept taking the meds, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. So I was thinking about that, and I was going to make the decision to do it. And then I started to think like, what if I never get off of this? What if I take this for the rest of my life? And that thought scared me, and I'm not here to say that people aren't having a more beneficial life and happier life now that they've been taking meds long-term than they were before. But for me personally, that scared the crap out of me too. I was like, dang, what if I have to take this to manage, my anxiety forever? God, taking this pill bottle with me everywhere. That was my decision-making process then, or my thought process. And then I was like, yeah, but what if I want to recover, and what if I want to get off of this and then my anxiety gets worse, like some of those stories that I heard. So that's kind of how it changed a little bit. It just went from side effects to like a couple months later I was going to start it again, and then I was just like, well, what if I don't ever get off of this? It was the fear of having to take it and rely on it forever. And I'm not saying that that was necessarily the right decision or the perfect decision or the best thought process at the time. Maybe I should have given it a shot. Maybe there's a possibility that I could have used it like momentum, which is what a lot of people do. They'll take it for a while, then they can get off of it and then implement new strategies from a coach or a therapist or a program, and then they can recover 100%. Maybe that would have been possible for me, but I also know there's always that chance that I would have been on it forever, so I just don't know. But that's why I personally didn't take medication. I took the first dose and I didn't anymore. So then I wanted to start looking towards natural ways, and I was like, well, if I'm not going to do this, I can't keep on sitting around waiting for this to go away. So I really dove into natural ways to getting better. And I'm telling you, I had the capability to recover without the medication, obviously, because I have recovered 100%. But you know what? Maybe my capability was really small because my anxiety was really freaking terrible. You've heard my videos, my stories, my symptoms, my panic attack experiences. It's as bad as it gets, it seems. Like, it was terrible. But I still had a small capability of recovering 100%. It may not be as big of a capability as you have, but it was there, obviously. So it took me still a few years of working my ass off to actually recover, okay? So that's that. So now that you know my story, know my stance, I think that there can be benefits on both sides, right? Obviously, I didn't take it. I was able to recover 100%. That's a great benefit. But there are benefits to people that do use medication. For one, it's saving people's lives. There are people out there that are going to have certain anxiety disorders or trauma. I haven't even ever covered like bipolar, schizophrenia, severe ADHD, chronic depression on this channel because I didn't experience it. But it's saving those people's lives. So medication is necessary in certain situations. Also, there's benefits to people starting medication, getting the ball rolling, and then they're able to successfully get off of it with the help of a doctor. Don't just do that on your own, but with the help of a doctor, and then they've been able to rewire and recover after that. So I've seen that time and time again. I've coached people that have done that time and time again. So know that I have love on both sides. There are benefits on both sides. I'm not bashing anything, all right? So don't take my story, and turn it around and say that I'm trying to promote no medication, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that that was my route. And I should be able to share my story without being viewed as somebody that's trying to push no meds at all, okay? I'm just showing you that it was possible for me, all right? You need to seek help. You need to talk to a therapist. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opinions. The more, the better. That is one thing that I'll say. If you're going to a therapist and they're pushing meds on you and you don't want to do that, go find another one, go see what your options are, whatever is in your heart. Reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Again, if you haven't gotten reassurance about this being anxiety instead of a health problem, you need to go to a doctor and get that initial reassurance, okay? But reach out for somebody. Reach out for help. You need to be diagnosed. You need to know what type of anxiety disorder you're dealing with. So be sure to do that if you haven't. I urge you to do that. But anyways, guys, I just kind of wanted to initially answer that question. You know, no, I didn't really use medication to overcome my anxiety. I did do things the natural way. I'm personally happy that everything happened the way it did. But I'm not here to say that if I took medication that I wouldn't have gotten benefits or that I would have never been able to get off of it. I'd like to think that I would have, and you know what? Maybe it would have shortened my anxiety journey. But even with that being said, I'm happy with how things happened because I have more stories to share with you guys. I think the benefits of me going through what I did outweighs that time period because I'm helping so many other people through my old experiences. So the takeaway from this, guys, is I have love on both sides. And if you want to share your experience with medication or not using medication, feel free to share that below. This is a safe place, so guys, please be nice to everybody. Hopefully I didn't ruffle too many feathers with this video. I don't think I did. I don't think I said it in a weird way. Hopefully not. You never know though. I always get nervous when I make videos that are even slightly controversial. But hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. I am happy with how it worked out with me. And I did recover 100%. Again, I wouldn't make these videos if I was even at like 85% probably. Maybe some relating type videos, but I wouldn't be talking about a ton of tips or recovery or anything. But I hope you benefited from this. Again, if you haven't tried my program, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, try that out. It is all the natural things that I use to overcome my anxiety. I always include it in the description and in the first pinned comment. So be a part of that if you haven't, if you're interested in recovery, if you're interested in what I did from the moment I woke up until I went to sleep, my daily routine, my exercise, my diet, my perception on anxiety. You have to develop the right mindset to actually, beat the enemy anxiety. So I show you how to do that in that program. So check that out. We talked about therapy. There's a therapy link down below. You need to get diagnosed. When it comes to medication, things like that, please see a mental health professional. Don't just rely on a doctor. That's just my personal opinion. That may have been the most controversial thing that I've said in this whole video. Hopefully, see a mental health professional. Super important, okay? Throat's getting dry here. I've been talking forever. Also, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook groups, Snapchat, Twitter, all that's down below as well. Be a part of that. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm trying to help people the best way I can, trying to spread awareness, trying to give recovery tips on this channel. So subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you get updated when I put this kind of content out. Leave a comment again, guys. Like this video if you got value. And until next time, guys, keep fighting.